This will be a video chart on WNBD, Winning Brands Corporation. I did this one a while back, and it's higher than when I did it then. So the chart's been holding up well, getting some nice consolidations under its belt. And after today, and it's above average volume. It's looking like things may be ready to hopefully head up to new highs next week. We'll see if that happens, but if volume is any sort of precursor, this move here, along with a break of this short-term resistance, possibly this is pointing towards another attempt at trying to break above the previous high resistance over here. So what I'm going to do is just map out a few things, supports, resistances, and that way everybody should hopefully have a relatively clear understanding of what to look for from a technical standpoint next week. But real quick, just kind of want to go over the overall chart aspect. What I'm really liking about the chart now, besides obviously the higher lows, is we finally gotten this purple line here to bend upwards. This is the 50-day moving average, and if we pull back the chart, you can see that basically since right here in August, that is where it bent over and has been decreasing, and it's finally starting to go back up. So what does this mean? A lot of people use a 50-day for the medium-term trend. We've officially entered into an uptrend for the medium term. For the past, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 6 months, it was just in a very clear downtrend, as could be seen by this purple line, but now it's curled back up, so that's a nice little sign for the longer-term chart players that the trend in the medium term is up now. And even if you look right here at the 200-day, this is starting to bend upwards, which is a good sign. And besides that, we also have the golden cross approaching, and all that means is the 50-day crosses up through the 200-day. One kind of disclaimer on that: a lot of people freak out and make a big deal about that, like that implies a huge explosion's coming. Keep in mind, moving averages are not leading indicators. They're based on past price history. So all that the golden cross means is that it's kind of like putting a stamp on the trend, saying, you know what, this isn't a strong uptrend. The 50-day is now above the 200-day, but by no means is it some sort of leading indicators. The moving averages are not leading indicators, therefore the golden cross in no way could be some sort of leading indicator event. It's just, like I said, kind of putting this a seal of approval on the trend. So don't get me wrong, it's not a bad thing by any means, but some people really kind of blow it up like it's some sort of guarantee that a huge price move's coming. It's nothing like that. Just reaffirming that the chart is in a nice strong trend. So let's map out some supports and resistance levels. The key kind of supports right now are basically the moving averages, and what I mean by that is, if you look at the red line down here, the 20-day, it's been doing a good job of basically providing a cushion. So that's the key little thing right there, is can the 20-day maintain any sort of pullback. Now at the same time, it's not like this line needs to hold. There's still plenty of support levels below it. And because I know there's lots of longer term players in there, I feel comfortable. Really, worst case, let's say the price drops all the way down here to the 200-day. The chart could still look bullish and would still look bullish as long as this level could hold. Now, sure, if you're a short-term swing trader or day trader and you bought up in this region, you don't want to see that happen. But I know there's lots of people that aren't, that are playing this for longer terms, and they want to know what the overall chart, where is that point where it would kind of start to look not bullish anymore. And really, that's down here. I mean, if you get candles and then all of a sudden they start to close down in this area below these moving averages, then from a long-term chart perspective, that's not what you want to see. So key support really is not till down around this area here. And as long as these levels hold on any sort of drastic pullback, then fine. Now, if you're in this as a day trader or short-term swing trader, the key moving average you want to keep your eye on is this 20-day. But I know there's lots of people in here that aren't playing it for a quick swing trade or a day trade or anything like that. Now, on the other side of the equation, let's map out some resistance levels. Really, right now we have just a shorter term one right here. Obviously the price broke above it today, couldn't quite close above it, so it is still technically a resistance. But what I'm going to do is just make that a skinny red line, because I think with any sort of push again with nice volume, I don't see this 0.015 level putting up much of a fight at all. I think today's breakthrough of it basically weakened it up and softened it to the point where I don't think it's going to present much of a problem. But the key resistance that everybody will want to keep their eyes on is up here at the previous high at 0.0163. If that level falls, then I'm sure I'll be back to update the video, and we'll kind of go beyond that. But for right now, one step at a time. But these are going to be the two key resistance areas. The other nice thing to note that I should have probably mentioned earlier was you see on all the big up days, they correspond with nice volume action, and then during pullbacks and consolidation moves, you have much less volume. So that's exactly what you want to see from a volume analysis perspective. On pullback days, much less volume, and then on days that shoot up, you want bigger volume. So that's why today's volume was nice with a green day. But what would be even better is if we can get a bigger volume bar down here and then see a big candle shoot up there. So we will see. I think next week will be pretty interesting, so I will be watching. If there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from big boards down to penny stocks. So there's something for everybody, good variety, and it's all free, so it's worth at least signing up and giving it a try. One more time, this was WNBD. Thanks for listening, and have a good weekend.